Well, first word.
Sexy boy.
Liberty. There was a lot of comparison with certain person from your season.
Oh, I just don't. I like a boy who looks like he just doesn't care.
Doesn't wash. I'm sorry, teachers have no place on Love Island. You should not be going from teaching a 6-year-old to then having sex on national television.
Yeah.
This is all a bit fancy, innit? Hello and welcome to the very first episode of a brand new series to my channel where every Sunday I'm going to be joined by Love Islanders of the past and present and some fans of the show, which may be familiar faces, as we dissect everything that's been going on in the Isle of Love. All of the dumpings, the recouplings, the fallouts, the makeouts, all of that jazz that happened on the island. We will be discussing it right here, right now. And our very first guests are none other than Season 6 Liberty and Queen of the Internet and my best friend Flossie! How are we doing today, girls?
Very good. Excited to be here.
It's very early.
It is early.
I'm not a morning girl.
I'm not either.
How are we finding Love Island so far?
I think there's going to be like some juicy explosions going on. I feel like the cast, obviously everyone's getting used to each other at first, but I'm seeing like big potential for this season.
I think
I agree.
a lot of the girls have potentials. And I think I'm going to say I am a hypocrite, first of all. Let's just get that out the way. And I did call it very boring, but it got really good. And I think it's going to get even better.
But people are so harsh on it in the beginning. It's like, give it time, let it brew. It's always the same.
Can I just say as well, I feel like it takes a while for people to get in their comfort zone. And it actually takes a while for like tension to build and stuff. So the fact that at the end of the episode last night, there was tension between two of the boys, it just shows the potential for more drama.
And we're going to get onto that tension in a little bit. But first of all, we need to talk about the premiere. 10 bombshells walked in to the south of Africa. I have them all 10 in an envelope. I'm going to pull out the picture. Say the first word, one word that describes each of them. Okay, ready?
Okay.
Well, first word.
Oh.
I don't know how happy I would be if that was the word I got described. It's not even a word, it was an audible noise. It was a soundbite. Why? Can we have some explanation behind the ooh?
Oh.
He's just a sweetheart.
He's just so cute. I'm really rooting for him.
Same.
Like, I'm not even, you know, like how they always put that one character in, that, you know, like my season it was Hugo Hammond, another season it was like, who was it last time?
Oh, there was Dr. Alex.
Yeah, like Dr. Alex, like
sweetheart.
I'm like, oh, okay, seen it all before, but no, we ain't seen it all before.
And
I want him to find love.
And you know, he seems that he's got that like awkward, nice energy, but without, and I don't know if I'm allowed to say this might not be quite right, but without that sort of like evil side of it. Like I feel like normally the sort of like awkwardy ones, it's like, oh, you're a bit weird.
He's like the nice guy that your parents would love that you would never take home because you're into bad boys.
Yeah.
100%. Okay, next one. Harris, first word.
Oh my God, why did you say I need to actually say words and not sound effects.
Just like preened.
Preened.
Preened. Very prettier than
Is
me.
there a fly? Sorry.
Is there?
Like, just a fly. I'm sorry. I am actually going to go with the words cocky.
Cocky,
Yeah,
preened. I see both.
feel like there's at this stage, everyone is open to getting to know everyone, but why is no one open to getting to know him? He must be showing some traits that we haven't seen yet, that we're starting to see like last night.
That's a very good observation.
Yeah.
She switched on this one.
That one up.
She reads body language.
Been on it.
Yeah, exactly, you never know.
You're giving me like, you know when those people who read people's auras and it's like...
I used to go to the psychologist at Love Island, honestly, and I used to say, this is my problem, this is my solution. She was like, you've done my job for me.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Future career. Shaq.
Saucy.
Cool.
He is very...
Yeah.
I think he's got sauce, but I don't know if he's laying it on too thick.
I think it's very sweet. Like, he's very like, I want to protect you, but sometimes I'm like, oh my God, it make me fight for it.
Yeah.
I know I can't talk because I fell in love like after a week, but he's like falling a bit too quick, hasn't he?
He's laying it all on the plate.
And now I'm being a hypocrite, but it is happening.
He's laying it all on the plate and Tanya isn't even eating it all up. She's leaving some for leftovers. Ron.
Ron.
Fit is my word.
Ron is sexy boy.
Okay, we're all in
He's
agreement.
just got the
Thank God.
typical like Essex banter. I am feeling him.
I could see you two together. Very good match.
He probably would have. I would have gone for him probably. I would have stepped forward.
Right. Anime.
Sweet.
She's lovely.
I think she's a bit more reserved, but I feel like there's more to say. But she hasn't given as much as the other girls yet, I think.
I'm worried she might get gobbled up a little bit with everything.
But I think that as well.
Olivia.
Yes!
Yes!
I really like her. I think she's got so much about her, and she's already like sort of created situations in the villa, and a lot of boys like her, and I think she's really interesting to watch. Like, she keeps me engaged on the TV.
She gives me very dominatrix.
Very confident, knows what she wants, gonna get it.
Yeah.
Tanyelle, she's my favourite.
She's also interesting.
Interesting.
Yeah, I think she's interesting because I think she's an interesting character to watch because she keeps it locked to herself.
Okay.
And then she just comes out with it, and we've got no inkling as the audience what she's going to come out with next. Like, I did not see the Ron thing coming last night.
Yes, I agree.
Do you know what I mean? So I think like maybe later on, if someone comes in, she could like pretend that she's happy in a couple, or like we could think she's happy in a couple. The next day she's like, oh, I like you.
Did she say she liked Ron last night?
Yes.
Yeah.
I would not have put those two together.
I know.
Yeah.
You have a very psychological approach to this, Liberty. My word was going to be thunder.
My mind works like a family tree diagram. I literally...
Kai.
Nah. No, I feel like I've seen it all before.
Yeah, you could gauge
Yes.
him on the first episode.
He
I
is
was just
given
like the
F-boy.
Jax of this year.
The other thing that I don't like is that he's a teacher. I'm sorry, teachers have no place on Love Island. You should not be going from teaching a 6-year-old to then having sex on national television. There's something weird about a teacher going on.
He looks like a teacher I used to fancy, so...
I would fancy him if he was my teacher, I can't lie. Tanya.
Oh, we love her.
Yeah.
And do you know what my favourite thing about her is her accent? She's got like the softest Liverpudlian accent.
I know, and you hear little words.
It's so cute.
Yeah.
And finally, our last girl, Lana.
Sweet, again. I feel like...
Just need to see more.
I do... She reminds me of me a little bit in terms of like, she's very like sweet-natured, but I think she's a bit more reserved than me. But I feel like she's like the sweetheart. Like, I feel like her and Tanya are like the sweethearts.
Yes. The only thing I don't understand is that her name is Lana. I don't think I've ever met a real life Lana.
No, I keep thinking too hot to handle.
Yeah.
Yes, the little Alexa thing. That's all I can think of when I hear her name. I don't like the name Lana. No offense, lovely girl. Just the name is not ticking my box. Out of the first 5 boys, who would you go for? If you were walking in on the initial lineup, who would you pick?
Ron, but then Ron's getting everyone, so I like my man to myself, so I'd be like, maybe I'd leave him after day 1.
I think I would go for Kai. Just because when you first go in, also I didn't.
I'm just imagining you and Kai
standing there on the end, you know, the slow-mo shots where they're like standing as a couple. I think I would go for them though, because first of all boys on Love Island are usually tiny. I swear they're like, the height measurement on Love Island is like 5'8".
Wow, they're so tall.
No, they always look so small.
I had the small experience.
Yes, you certainly did.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely pulled the short straw. But I think on initial first impressions, Kai's height would win me over. Flossie, who would you go for?
I think I would go for Ron.
Fairs.
Yeah.
You would be my backup once I got to know them. If Kai didn't want me anymore.
He reminds me like the popular kids at school that every girl wants.
What, Ron?
Yeah.
Like he gives popular boy energy.
He's a grower.
Yeah.
Like,
he's a grower. Swiftly on Flossie. Liberty, you were an OG when you went in.
Yeah.
Was it terrifying? Were you the first person to actually walk into the villa?
So it was me and Kaz.
Right.
So Kaz was in front of me. I actually quite liked walking in with Kaz and not completely on my own. But Kaz was like in front of me and I was like behind Kaz. And then we just went in on the jeeps together and then was there for about half an hour trying to open the bottle of champagne, to be fair. But
were you terrified? I don't actually think I'd want to be an OG.
What? I don't know why, but I actually wasn't nervous. I think when like you're in the villa, you're more... Well, in my case anyway, like I was overwhelmed by just being so excited to get in there. Like, you know, you watch the show from home and you're live in the villa. Like, I was actually more excited.
Yeah.
But it was a bit, like, there was that thought, oh, what if no one fancies me? Like, what if I step forward and they don't choose me? But I had both. Like, I stepped forward and someone chose me, and then I stepped forward and someone didn't choose me.
You're the best of both.
Yeah, I had the best of both.
Floss, would you want to be an OG or a bombshell?
Christ, can you imagine me walking into that? Imagine my face on that screen. If I were to go on it, I would want to be an OG because people like the OGs.
They do. It's because you know them longer.
You come off best, yeah. But
OG.
I just can't. can't really envision
You can do
It's
it.
not really something I've ever envisioned.
Flossie's good at walking in heels, and that's why she'd be able to do it, because she could do the strut.
Literally the
I've seen it on the
Versace
TikToks
heels.
running up and down.
Oh yeah, running around. The boots.
The boots.
Naked from boots.
Anyway, other than the new cast, the most exciting part of the premiere was Maya Jama.
Yeah.
Oh.
She is one of the most unreal girls I've ever seen.
A beautiful woman.
Yeah.
Beautiful gowns. Gowns were lovely. Outfits were on point. Makeup, hair. And she has the walk down. The walk into the villa, she has it down.
She looks like a
strut down to
goddess.
T.
She looked
does.
unreal. And she was very much made for this role. She oozes like that sex appeal. She's like,
Yeah.
And she gives energy. Like, she's very energetic with everything she's saying. And she's like engaging as well.
she's very, yeah. You can't take your eyes off her. I saw so many tweets being like, can we not just vote Maya Jama to win? Because she's the only person I'm looking at the screen right now. Anyway, after the first episode, it was time for 3 bombshells that we got over the week. First bombshell we got was Tom.
Yeah.
Tall, from Barnsley. I quite
Barnsley.
like the accent. Barnsley.
You love an accent though.
Oh, I
don't
love
you?
a northern accent. Liverpool's my favourite. It takes
What
the
about
biscuit.
Birmingham? No.
Moving on, Liv. I can't talk about that too long on the Birmingham accent. What, are we voting yes or no for Tom?
Yeah,
No.
I think he's good looking.
He's good looking. The only thing I have to say, and this is coming from someone whose eyebrows were yellow and crusted and falling off yesterday, and now have got beard dye on and look like they were done in the dark. There's something about northern men and their eyebrows. They like pluck them so intensely.
Too
I'm
green.
into it. I like a South Green's eyebrow.
Do you?
Yeah.
No, I'm like, if you touch your face, like if you do anything other than like, I'm like, wash your face with shampoo. Like I want no
Shampoo?
maintenance. I don't. That's not for you.
That is
to
no,
dabble
that's
into.
too much.
No, like I just don't. I like a boy who looks like he just doesn't care.
Doesn't wash.
Yeah.
Like a boy who looks like he stinks of 3-day-old BO. That's disgusting. Liberty, there was a lot of comparisons with Tom, that he looked like a certain person from your season.
Yeah, I do see it a little bit, to be fair.
Do you?
A little bit. Yeah, like, to be fair, like, he is a good looking lad,
He
any
is.
time. I don't think I see it personality-wise at all.
Okay.
Not personality-wise, but I do see it in the face.
Would you have gone there with Tom if you were in there?
I've seen it as well, guys. I'll put my hands up.
So Tom ended up picking Olivia, which, by the way, I want to say something about Olivia. She picked someone on the initial lineup who didn't stand forward for her. And I was like, she picked
Yeah,
Kai, and
bold.
Kai didn't stand forward. And I was like, that's really ballsy. I was like, she's really
That's
taken
hot.
feminism to a new level.
Yeah.
She's taken the power back in her hands.
I like that she did that.
Do we think Olivia and Tom will last?
No.
I don't think they've got...
Don't think. She needs someone with a bit more substance, because she's got a lot of substance to
She
give.
needs a younger. I think she needs more of a young, playful boy.
Well,
I
she-
did see her with Harris, to be
That's
fair.
what she
I
called
did
herself a
see her with
cougar.
Harris.
Which was, I'm not
Yeah.
sure how I felt about that, and how she was like, let's not talk about our age. I was like, is this slightly inappropriate, or are we
I
all just
don't
pretending this
actually
isn't a
know her
thing?
age. What was the age?
27, and he's 21.
That's all. That's not.
I mean,
old.
it's not. I mean, he's legal. Like, do you know what I mean? He is
Yeah.
legal. I don't know.
I think she needs someone a bit more fun than Tom, because when I watch Olivia and Tom speak, it's like watching paint dry. Like, their chat is as dry as like a Ribena biscuit. It's not going anywhere.
I agree.
And it left Will single. Our Will.
Oh.
And watching him flirt made me uncomfortable to begin with. It made me want to turn off the TV, but he's growing on me this week. And now I'm
Yeah.
really rooting for him.
I would love his flirting after
Really?
like 1 or 2 drinks. Do you know what I mean? Like, go up and do a catwalk like after 1 or 2.
Yeah.
I'd be like, yeah, I'm here for it.
I can imagine he's the type of person at like 2:30 a.m. when you're blackout drunk in a club, and he comes over like, "Wah!" and you're just like, "Ah!" The second bombshell we had was Zara, stunning girl.
Oh wow.
She is beautiful. A lot of people comparing her to Antigone.
Yes,
Okay.
I saw
Similar
that. The goddess
hair.
vibes.
They're both like London girls who want to be
Yeah.
singer-songwriters. I'm hoping that our girl Zara doesn't plague TikTok with her songs like Antigone did.
I think she's got a lot to give Zara.
Same. She's a
Yeah.
firecracker, some
Yeah.
may say. She got Ron's head turning. So she went on a date with Ron initially, and now Ron, he's going away from Lana. I don't think Ron and Lana are very well matched, I'm not going to lie.
No.
No.
I think she is a sweetheart, and I think he's looking at her being like, she'd be such a good girlfriend to like anyone. She'd be a really good girl, but you don't.
it's
want
like
that,
on
you
Love
want the
Island, you don't want
challenge.
someone who's gonna like just be like, yeah, sure, like let's just be a couple. Like you want a little bit of a
Yeah.
challenge.
I think Lana and Will.
Oh,
I
do
think so
think
too.
that.
that's quite a good pairing up.
Hopefully she grows. Like hopefully maybe it's a friendship that blossoms into a love. We've never had a friendship that's blossomed into love. We've only ever had
No.
like friendship couples.
Yeah.
So wouldn't it be cool?
Maura and Curtis.
Oh my God,
Oh
yeah.
yes, and
I guess
that's
they were-
cursed. I'm sorry, that couple was cursed.
Yeah, they weren't like a couple though, was they? Because like he was with Amy.
Yeah.
So imagine if they're like a couple for 2 weeks and then all of a sudden they're like, actually, I really like, let's get together. We haven't seen that one yet, but we'll see.
They went on dates outside the villa. Liberty, how was it in the villa seeing someone that you were coupled up with or that you fancy going on dates with other people? Because I can't
I
imagine.
actually didn't
just
have to deal
smashed
with
it.
that.
Did you not?
The only like bit on my toes was when obviously like Mills walked in, Millie, and she pulled Jake for a chat and they were like having a laugh and I was just like, you know, I tried to play it cool. I was literally like, oh, like I think did I make him breakfast or something at that point? I was like, oh, Jake's still not coming over for his breakfast or whatever. But like I actually was trying to keep it cool. I had quite a lucky experience where I felt quite secure, so I never had to go through that. But I've seen, you know, other girls stress out and it is intense.
I
You
cannot
can't
imagine.
escape it.
I cannot
No.
imagine how you would be watching a boy go on another date.
Oh my god, I got like proper like hyperfixation.
Yeah.
I'm like within the
Flossie, you
space
just
of an
need
hour.
to
I'm
breathe in Flossie's direction, and
obsessed.
she's like, "Anyway, our marriage date
Yeah,
is."
I used to be like that as well, don't worry. Now
Yeah.
I've toned it down a bit, but I was like that.
I
Yeah,
feel like
no, I'd have to smack someone.
you'd be climbing the walls of the villa, like if you saw someone go on a date.
Would you be like Katie from season 2? Remember when she said, I've got to go on a date?
That would be you. That would be you. Our final bombshell was David, who seems to have faded into the background. But he went on a date with Tanya. I'm not really feeling him. He's not really given me much.
I think she's enjoying the flirt and fair play to her for doing that, but I think maybe she'll just end up back with Shaq.
Yeah, I think so too. Well, Tanya and Shaq did have a kiss. There was one thing I want to ask, because Tanya did this thing, and don't get me wrong, I love Tanya. Tanya's my girl. We are soul sisters. We've been through so much together. We're thick and thin. Tanya is my girl. I'll back her to the day. Apart from, she did this weird thing with Shaq where she babied herself. She was like, I'm your baby. Like, pick me up and hug me. And I was just like, stop. I was like, don't do that. Like, why are you doing that? You're a grown woman. Stand up. But I feel like, Flossie, is that something you do? I just imagine you like, oh, pick me up, I'm a baby.
No, this is a narrative you've pushed onto me for years now. This always comes up, this water is so tiny and will pick me up and treat me like a baby.
I can just imagine you want like a man to like.
I've just got a childlike wonder and energy to me. It's completely different.
Is mollycoddle the word? Is mollycoddle a word, anyone?
Oh my Christ.
But I think
Yes,
you
it is a word.
mollycoddle or people mollycoddle you.
She wants to be. Well, I'm
want
writing
to
Flossie's
feel
story
like I'm
here.
I want to feel looked after, but not babies.
Is it
Like, I
different?
hate people doing things for me. Like,
You like the balance.
yeah, but I want to feel small next to you. You know what I mean?
You want that like.
I want the
Maddie and
ratio.
Nate from
Yeah,
Euphoria.
but in the dynamic as well, I quite like being like I won't do it, but tell me what to do.
As always, social media has had a lot to say. The main talking points this week on social media was with our guy Will. So,
Can I just say, why
Yes.
did they not get him in on the tractor instead of the Jeep?
oh,
Like,
my-
literally,
that would have been
Like,
so
I
funny.
really wanted that.
That would have
Liberty,
been.
we need you working.
You need
on
to be a
this
producer, babe. Get you on there. Twitter user Chico tweeted, despite Will being cringe, I'd argue he has the most personality among the boys currently. I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
The
He's
boys,
so true to himself. I love
Yeah,
that.
and he's so entertaining. Like his little weird quirks is like
Yeah.
stuff we haven't seen before. And like we've never had a farmer ever
Yeah.
in Love Island.
and you know what? I come from a town with population about 300 farmers and me. I'm telling you right now, farmers are freaky people. They
Yes.
get it on in
Cotswolds.
they get it on in the
my
haystack, the hay bales, the tractors, the combine harvesters. Chuck in a little farmer girl, and Will and her are going to be making babies in that villa because they are freaky people. But I do have to agree, he's a lot more. At first, I didn't know if it was like a bit fake and like for the cameras, but I think it's just him. I think
It's
he's
just
goofy.
him. I just don't think he cares. No, really, I'm here for it.
Yeah, I stalked his TikTok because I haven't actually really seen his TikTok, but I stalked his TikTok last night and I was like, oh my God, this really isn't a persona. This is...
No, this is him. This is real. This is
so real. Yeah.
And it's nice to not have like that sort of like alpha male, Gymshark, Protein World #ad.
Yeah,
like
we need
Cressette.
different.
Yeah.
We need more real in there, I think. I think people
Lovely.
want to see representation.
Yeah.
Ashley Louise tweeted, Will is good vibes, but I don't know if he's going to find love on the show. He's almost friend-zoning himself.
Girls will go in and get with him because they know people love him.
That's one
Because we
thing.
always see
That
this
is a
happen.
concern.
But he's got to make the first dumping first, because I think that's a good point.
Oh,
He's
no.
not he's not like going into these like girls with like, I really fancy you. He's like, show me your best catwalk. Like, he's friend-zoning himself before someone's even friend-zoned him.
Yeah.
Which I worry for him, my baby Will.
It's okay.
He needs to be babied, not
I feel
Tanya.
like he needs someone that matches his energy.
A farmer girl, I'm telling you right now. That would be
We'll get a petition.
That would be like the
going.
first like Combine Harvester Love Island brand deal.
Yeah.
And the final tweet about Will, one second, my phone is just locked. I'm obsessed with how Will is just having fun because he's one of the girls on his free all-inclusive holiday.
Yeah.
He is one of the girls.
And I love to watch it.
I know.
Like, I do love to watch it.
I would love a night out with him. I think he'd be fun.
Yeah, he's like goofy. Like he doesn't care what people think. That's my vibe.
And he also is the type of person where if I bought a round of Jaeger bombs, he wouldn't go, no, I can't do that. He'd do them all for me.
Yeah, because farmers love a drink.
Farmers love a drink.
I think get a few more drinks down him on that show. I know they're not allowed to, but I'd love to see what would unfold.
I think, getting on to the next topic, last night's episode, Thursday night's episode, when they were playing the beer pong game, they were all smashed.
I can vouch for that. The only night I got smashed in the villa was the beer pong night.
Is it real alcohol in the beer pong?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, like, when I say smashed, I wasn't like drunk. Yeah, but like it does get you tipsy.
Yeah.
And then they really minimise alcohol
After that, right?
Yeah.
Oh, because it's at the start. Was your beer pong game
Yeah,
at the
it's
start?
at the
right.
start.
So they like put
It's
in...
a freaky game of beer pong.
I wish they let them drink more.
I know.
wish they did.
But last night, when Tom went to the beach hut, he was like slurring his words and like...
He was funny.
Yeah, he was like, I really think Olivia. And I was like, oh, someone get him a paracetamol and a loaf of bread into bed.
Yeah, we missed alcohol, so we was doing pure coffee shots sometimes.
Really?
Right, because
just
it's
get,
long
like-
nights.
Yeah, long nights and just start to be like, woo, that gives you a bit of energy.
I can't... What alcohol is in the beer pong? I'm so intrigued.
Beer, like
Actual beer.
Actual beer's in the beer pong, and then you get a choice of drinks. So it's either cider, wine, or whatever. But I think you get one, maximum 2 a night.
I have a very interesting question. I don't know. This is a scientific... Everybody always knows and like goes on about how you're not allowed alcohol or you're like limited to 2 glasses.
Mm-hmm.
A scientific approach, does your tolerance go down over the time of not drinking?
Yeah.
So then by the time you get out, by the time, like your tolerance has gone down so much that the 2 drinks end up getting you drunk?
I don't know, because we're drinking every night.
Yeah,
I'd
that's
say like
true.
if we like say if I didn't drink for ages and I had like one here, one there, I'd be like probably come out and be such a lightweight. But I think because we were like regularly drinking 2 a night,
Yeah.
it didn't really do anything to me apart from make me starving. Like, I was always in that snack cupboard.
Are you allowed to eat whenever?
Yeah, because
That's
like, you don't know what the
Wow.
time is. And then I think sometimes apparently we're going to bed at like 5 in the morning and stuff. And
Oh my
then we'd eat at
gosh.
7. So after 2 wines, I was like straight to the breadsticks.
That's actually, whenever you see arguments at the end of the night, it's always in the kitchen. It's never like...
Yeah, literally.
Before we get on to the rest of the stuff about the beer game, Tanyelle, she is me, I am her. We were separated at birth because she's just like me for real. She got upset with Kai for speaking to another girl. And Kai was like, you've shown me nothing. You've shown nothing to me that makes me think that you fancied me or still have any
She definitely
interest.
doesn't, but you still don't want them talking to anyone else.
And then Tanyelle goes, if I could, I wanted to pick something up and throw it at your head. And I was like, okay, let's not resort to violence, but I feel you. I get you. She then, the following morning after that, was like, yeah, I'm not really on him. I'm really fancying Ron. And I think me and Ron are kind of a thing. Her and Ron are a sexy couple. I would really like them to be together. And I think they have very good chemistry. It's like
I've
sexy
seen
chemistry.
that. I think they have really good chemistry as well. I think that with Tanyelle and stuff, I do feel like, obviously, she's full of surprises. And I think
surprises.
she tries to protect herself as well.
Yeah, I get
So
that.
I feel like for me, I need to see more of her and Ron because yes, they have great chemistry, but was she doing that to protect herself and like sort of feelings from Kai? Because she does strike me as that sort of girl.
I think she's never been turned down in her life.
I
And
agree.
Kenya bloody blame
Yeah,
the girl.
I know.
She's got arse for days and a stunning face. Like, I'm not surprised. But what I just want to say, my favorite line, possibly from the whole week, was when the new guy David tried to flirt with Tanyelle, and David was like, "Do you fancy me yet?" And Tanyelle just went, "Well, I don't know you yet." It's just like, she is me. We also had our first sort of like beef between the girls. So Olivia and Zara had a little bit of a spat last night because Zara in beer pong was told to kiss the person on the cheek who she thought was the most two-faced, and she went for Olivia. And the girls were like, that wasn't cool. Like, you should have gone for a boy, not for another girl. I'm here for it. I'm just like...
Someone's got to get it
drama.
started.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I picked up on a few things. So basically...
Psychoanalyst Liberty is back in the room. Let me just whip out my notebook.
So basically, I've seen that they knew each other before the villa.
Who did?
Zara and Olivia.
And Olivia.
They
And I've
commented
also...
on each other's Instagrams.
Yeah, and I also seen Olivia, what I picked up on is Olivia said, she had to kiss the guy I like she's done it again. I picked up on that and I'm thinking, hang on, was you guys friends before and she's got with a guy and you were mates and that's why you're not friends anymore and there's that tension already and then she's saying she's two-faced. And I was picking up on little things thinking, there's an undergoing storyline there that we don't know yet.
Liberty, you are the next Sherlock Holmes. How are you picking up on things?
Yeah, I know. I really think that maybe they were
genius.
friends and she's got with a boy that she used to date and then that's why Olivia was like, she's done it again. Like, why could she pick a boy that I weren't seeing?
And that's why she would have kissed her, because she's like, well, you're two-faced, we're not
And
friends,
there's
we're
really that underlying-
ex-friends.
Yeah.
Oh!
Wow.
Yeah.
You've just opened Pandora's box, Liberty, babe. We need you at Oxford University writing papers. These theories are genius.
Yeah.
But I am all here for Zara starting the drama. I don't care if it's out of Villa drama, in Villa drama. I think she will, and fuck
To
it.
survive
Yeah,
on Love
let's
Island,
go.
you've got to be like a bit of a bitch.
You do. Because
I
Get
wasn't,
that
to be
screen
fair.
time.
yeah, you either have to be the most lovely down-to-earth girl or
Yeah.
a cow. You can't ride the
can't
middle.
Yeah,
Be
true,
a normal
true.
girl, yeah.
No, true.
And then that wasn't just the only fight last night. We then had a random, like, it was almost physical. Like, I was like, Jesus Christ, what show am I watching? WWE or Love Island? The boys, like, broke out into, like, because I had to rewatch this because I was so confused as to what was going on. But apparently, so Tanya's a saucy little minx. I quite like her. In the game, she got to kiss the three people who she thought would be the best kisser. She didn't kiss Shaq. And she's kissed Shaq.
Yeah.
And then Harris made a joke about it, and Shaq just exploded and was like, what the hell? Like, you always take the piss.
That's so interesting because he's been so like calm and I want to look after you and stuff. Maybe we're seeing like
The real Shaq.
a
A few days in,
different
the guards are coming
side.
down.
Yeah.
I feel like if I don't blame Shaq, like if I was in that situation, you've kissed someone and he kissed
Yeah, you're
like,
being
Be raging.
Yeah.
It's embarrassing. Everyone's
I
watching.
know.
Yeah.
It's nice.
And I
like-
feel like he was probably already feeling sensitive about that situation and almost like bottled it up. And then like the littlest thing just triggered him to explode,
Yeah.
which was Harris in that case. But I do think Harris is a little bit of a shitstorm. I
Same.
can see that.
I think he's just a 21-year-old, as you said, cocky boy.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it's just like what they do. And it just exploded out. I think it was just classic also alpha males asserting their dominance. We got it last year as well with like Luca
I
and
probably find
Dami.
it fit.
We got
I
it
love
the
an
year-
alpha male.
Like it's with the
Yeah.
Hugo and Toby in your season. Like it's always like they want to be
I didn't
like
find that fit, but yeah.
they just want to be like top dog.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's gonna like boomf. But I always think there's actually 8 billion people in the world. I do my research. And there's about 10 of you in there. You're not all gonna get on.
no.
Like
No.
there's gonna be people in there that you
That's
don't
what
like.
they rely on, isn't it?
Exactly.
TV.
I think I'm Team Shaq in that argument. Also, Tanya's throwing me left, right, center. I don't know which direction she's gonna go. She said that David was a bad kisser, so she's not probably gonna go there. Is someone being a bad kisser a make or break for you guys in a relationship?
Yeah, because it shows whether you've got chemistry with someone or not.
I think I've been given quite a lot.
There's a lot of things I've just thrown away. Like.
There's a lot of things I've ignored. I don't know. I think over time it can get better. If it's sometimes it's just really bad. But I've been quite lucky.
Yes.
I've never been in a relationship with someone where I'm like, this is awful.
Yeah. I think because she said the first kiss that they had was not great, and she like doesn't really care about it. I think you need to give it another shot, another peck.
I don't know that. I feel
Really?
I just feel like you've either got it or you don't, and it's a big kissing someone's a big sign of chemistry. And maybe that's just because I went through a relationship where they just didn't even kiss me with their tongue, and I was just like, what is going on here? And then I thought that was normal.
No, yeah.
I thought that was normal.
Some boys just don't.
What just happened?
And then every time we tried, it just didn't happen. So I was just like, we obviously haven't got that chemistry because I'm fine with other people.
Petrifying.
So I think it just shows like whether you're meant to be with someone or not. It should feel natural if you're meant to be with someone. That's just my opinion.
I get you. Well, that's the first week of Love Island. Favorite so far? Favorite boy, favorite girl? Ron.
I like Ron.
Yeah.
For
I
obvious
just like Ron.
reasons.
I think Ron's my favorite boy as well.
I think Olivia's my favourite girl right now.
Ooh.
Really?
I think
Yeah.
mine's Zara. She's a firecracker. She's going to get
She
shit started.
Yeah, I think Zara at the moment, for TV purposes, and just seems like a cool girl. Like, I'd want to be friends with her.
I'd want to be friends with her. So, you will find envelopes down below you. We are going to play a little game where you have to predict. You guys have definitely drawn the short straw. I'm sorry, it's week 1. So you're going to have to predict the winner.
If I predict it right, you definitely know my psychoanalysis
Yeah,
is something.
you deserve a PhD if you predict it right. You can use the back of them to lean on.
Okay,
Predict the winner, put it in the envelope, sign it, seal it. I won't look.
Wait, is it a winning?
Delivered.
Is it a winning couple or is it?
You can do.
Just one
If
person?
you don't think there's a couple right
Yeah,
now
I
who
think
you
it's a
think's going to win, then you could just go for a boy and a girl that you think can win.
Can
and
we
then
do that
half
or
point.
not?
You can do that.
Okay.
Seal it up, sign it off, and then at the end of Love Island, we're going to go through everyone's envelopes and see who was the most on track. There's no prize for this, by the way, but you can get the medal of participation.
Wrote a little heart there.
Oh my god, love
Write my
that.
name.
Oh wait, I meant to read that. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that was just your
Name like this. Lovely handwriting.
Oh,
is that your
That's
signature?
the only thing I can write in good handwriting. My name.
Your name. There we go. These are our first contributions to the envelope pile. We'll see if you guys win. Thank you very much for coming on.
Thanks for having us. Thank you.
No problem, guys. It's been lovely chatting, and we'll see you very soon for another episode and another chat about Love Island next week. Bye.